The physical benefits of exercise and movement are cornerstones in the foundation of wellness. We continue to learn more and more about the connection with cognitive and emotional health as we age. One of the simplest and most impactful things you can do to ward off dementia is to just keep moving.
When it comes to exercise, few people are neutral. They either love it or they hate it. But the fact is that physical activity at every age has a significant impact on how we age.
The body is the body. It doesn't matter whether it's 15 years old or whether it's 90 years old. It still needs the same stuff, just maybe at a smaller intensity level. So the key is to just keep moving.
Aging well for many of us demands at some point that we develop an exercise routine. For some, the goal is to stay in shape. For others, it's healing or recovery.
I had a back problem, and I was living in a house that had stairs, a lot of stairs, and I was having trouble getting up and down.
6 years ago, I had my hips done. 3 years ago, I had 2 knees done at the same time, so I've been in a lot of therapy to regain all my strength.
We see a lot of folks here that maybe for many years before they moved in here, were not really exercising, but they're getting to that point where they realize that, okay, it's more important to be preventative.
My mother and my grandmother were very arthritic, and I don't want to end up like that. And if I can do anything to help myself, I'm willing to do that.
Let's do in the air.
Regardless of the initial motivation, the rewards of keeping the body active are well worth the effort.
Once we do a little movement, once we do a little exercise, it revs up so many of our bodily systems. It helps our joints, it helps our muscles, it helps our bones, it helps our mind, and that really kind of heals us from the inside out.
I've lost weight, which is a great thing. I feel more upper body strength, which is a good thing, and I just feel altogether better.
I feel my endurance is better. Just a longer walk would kind of wear me out. That doesn't happen anymore. I can just keep going now.
All right, let's get into our...
But it's not just the body that benefits. Physical activity is a key factor in cognitive health as well.
Movement is really a pretty complex process, which engages the mind a lot more than sometimes we give it credit for. And there's been a lot of research that kind of shows the importance of exercise being related to keeping a healthy mind. Rather than maybe just doing a traditional bicep curl, we might have them do that while they're shifting their weight. So their body's moving. So just kind of incorporating as many components of the body as possible. And it shows huge benefits for just overall general mental health as well. When you catch it, since we just had the presidential election, you have to name
For people with dementia and other cognitive disorders, exercise as part of the care regimen can greatly improve quality of life.
Sometimes the body remembers even before the mind, which is really incredible. So they might not remember certain things, but if we demonstrate something and show that to them, their body remembers very, very quickly. They're reclaiming that movement, which is also kind of helping them remember things. Their cognition is better. They can hold better conversations when we talk to them. Just from coming to that movement-based class, it shows benefits down the road for everything. It's important at any age to keep moving. I think a lot of times we look at exercise as this small little compartment, and we do it for 1 hour a day, a couple times a week. The truth is, we need to look at our whole lifestyle as moving.
Some people will just park themselves in a chair and watch TV for 14 hours a day, but I don't see any benefit in that.
Simply getting up out of the chair and walking and moving, but doing it throughout the day.
I have a little routine I go through every day when I wake up, which is helpful, and coming up here about 3 times a week. I do the strength and balance, I do the machines, and I also do a yoga class, which I find very beneficial.
Follow your breath, inhale, pulls chest up.
We'll walk almost every evening or mornings and try to get a couple miles in around the pond or something like that. Just trying to keep active, keep limber. It seems to be working.
When it comes to developing a fitness routine, pain can be a guide, but it shouldn't be a given.
The whole no pain, no gain kind of philosophy, that's not the greatest philosophy. If that particular movement is hurting you, the body can move in almost an infinite number of ways. So if it hurts at a certain point, just go to that point and don't go any further. Just kind of progressively doing a little bit more and more, most people will probably see some of that pain start to kind of subside and go away.
When facing retirement and moving through a continuum of care, make a plan for staying active and enjoy this next life chapter as much as possible.
Just be busy.
You know, finding things to do, whether it's social, whether it's physical, whether it's mental.
Go see your old friends. Meet some new ones if you can. Find a hobby.
Keep doing what you're doing and don't let age be a deterrent.